Corporations routinely pour millions of dollars into employee training. Yet, when asked to prove what that capital achieved, human resources often come up empty-handed. Without precise empirical metrics to track outcomes, corporate training devolves from a measurable driver of business performance into an ambiguous sunk cost. In the 1950s, a researcher named Dr. Donald Kirkpatrick recognized this exact measurement gap and set out to solve the attribution problem. He detailed his solution in a PhD dissertation titled Evaluating Human Relations Programs, focusing on the industrial workers of the era. That mid-century research laid the groundwork for what remains the most widely recognized system for analyzing the returns on corporate training. To survive modern executive scrutiny, organizational development practitioners must transition from treating evaluation as a casual afterthought to using a system of interlocking evidence. The Kirkpatrick model organizes training evaluation into 4 distinct tiers: reaction, learning, behavior, and results. The system enforces a progression, starting at level 1 and proceeding strictly in order to level 4. But this ascent introduces a structural constraint. By charting measurement difficulty against business validity, we expose the measurement cost paradox. As an evaluator moves up the hierarchy, the data collected becomes exponentially more accurate and valuable. Securing true business validation requires navigating an increasingly hostile curve of methodological difficulty and resource consumption. Level 1 is reaction. This serves as the baseline measurement of immediate participant satisfaction and engagement with the program. The objective here is straightforward: establish whether the individuals enjoyed the experience and felt the material was relevant to their daily work. The standard instrument for this stage is universally recognized across the industry as the post-training smile sheet or basic questionnaire. Gathering honest feedback provides a pulse check on the delivery, but this level presents a trap. Organizations frequently misinterpret these positive reactions as proof of successful training. This split comparison chart demonstrates the danger. High satisfaction scores show zero correlation with a participant's actual comprehension or future capability. Stopping the evaluation process at level 1 merely proves the attendees were entertained. It fails entirely to justify the organization's financial investment. To measure actual retention, the framework moves to level 2, learning. This stage analyzes the measurable delta in a participant's knowledge, physical skills, or mindset. Exploring this metric is vastly more demanding and time-consuming than distributing a simple end-of-day questionnaire. Evaluators must implement rigorous analytical techniques, deploying formal tests, structured exams, peer observations, and self-assessments. This pre- and post-assessment chart illustrates the requirement. Testing must occur immediately prior to the training and immediately afterward, bracketing the event and isolating the exact margin of learning. This validation happens within the controlled environment of the classroom, effectively capturing the moment of knowledge transfer. Level 2 clearly proves an employee possesses a new capability. However, it cannot guarantee they will ever utilize that capability to benefit the organization. That gap forces the transition to level 3, behavior and transfer. Here, the framework pivots to analyze the differences in a participant's actual behavior at work. Assessing this change is the only way to know if the acquired mindset or skills are actively being utilized on the factory floor or in the office. But level 3 introduces a significant logistical hurdle. Learning transfer is highly unpredictable. Evaluators cannot accurately anticipate exactly when or how often an employee will face a real-world situation requiring their newly learned skill. Because of this unpredictability, level 3 evaluation cannot begin immediately. Data collection must be delayed by 3 to 6 months to allow the behavior time to manifest. Extracting this delayed data requires complex observation mechanics, visualized here as 360-degree feedback loops, gathering input from surrounding peers, direct supervisors, and self-reports. Tracking a single behavioral change over time causes an exponential increase in required data points, heavily draining organizational time compared to simple classroom testing. Level 3 is where most corporate evaluations fail. Tracking unpredictable human behavior across an uncontrolled work environment simply breaks the standard constraints of the learning and development budget. Level 4 is results. This is the primary goal of the entire framework: determining the overall success and positive impact on the business itself. True results are measured strictly in concrete factors: higher returns on investment, improved product quality, fewer workplace accidents, and faster production times. Measuring these factors carries a strict chronological trap. A Level 4 evaluation cannot be designed after the training is complete. Evaluators and business leaders must define and lock in these exact target metrics on a corporate dashboard before the program ever starts. The absolute rule of the Kirkpatrick framework is that no final results can be claimed unless a mathematically positive change actually takes place against those targets. Level 4 is the only metric the C-suite truly cares about. It effectively translates soft human capital development into hard corporate performance. Pulling back to view the entire framework reveals that business results cannot exist in a vacuum. Every upward step relies entirely on the data gathered from the tier below it. Learning requires engagement. Behavior requires learning. Results require behavior. This interconnected chain of evidence is what allows an organization to definitively prove that an increase in sales was caused by a specific training initiative, rather than market luck. Securing that proof requires accepting the model's inherent trade-off. Unparalleled measurement accuracy demands an equally unparalleled commitment of time and evaluation methodology. Effective practitioners apply the 4-level system selectively, targeting the specific tier on the hierarchy that balances the need for business proof against the cost of the evaluation itself.